doing some two-a-days at the gym. Thought I might as well do some two-a-days in regards to my pre and post workout preaching sessions. So this will be the later installment of the series for this day. What's on my mind as of late? Innovation, that's what's on my mind. I've done a video before on innovation, and I talked about agriculture being the mother of innovation. But before I talk about innovation again, I want to kind of talk about what is innovation, because if we talk about what it is, we can kind of describe or see how it is that it comes about in our daily lives, in our culture, and in our society. So for something to be innovative, ingenious, revolutionary, it has to, I guess, overcome some sort of obstacle, or does it? Right? It seems as though for something to be revolutionary or innovative, it literally has to present a new solution to a problem at hand. So does that mean that innovation is directly related to the amount of problems that persist? Can we actually have innovation independent of problems? Right? So that's one question that we have to ask ourselves. Can we have innovation that is, I guess, independent from there being some sort of obstacle that we're trying to climb over, or some sort of solution to a problem, right? Can we have solutions to nothing? Are these true innovations if they're just things that arise and they're not necessarily solving anything? Now, that being said, what is it that spurs innovation? Obviously, looking at the word itself, we can come to the conclusion that we might need there to be some sort of dire problem at hand to spur the initiative for us to utilize and approach things in a different way and or manner to accomplish a specific task. And in doing so, we might actually have to be very innovative ourselves. If you look at the history of peoples and civilizations on the planet, a lot of times in which people, I guess, invented new technologies or came up with new ideas, it was to quell the questions at hand, or to ascend, to a new peak that was kind of necessary to get there. The floodwaters are coming up, so we have to climb, but we can't get around this thing. How do we get up there? And how do we bring what we can, with us to survive and make it? How do we survive in this environment? We have to be very innovative to do so. But on the other hand, it seems to me that there are much more than just problem solving that goes into being a very innovative individual, or having a society that is full of innovations, right? We can come across innovations by being very explorative, right? We can say, oh, well, due to the fact that these people were in this very restricted environment, they had to be very creative or innovative to overcome the challenges of this environment. But then on the flip side of the coin, what if innovation itself is spurred on by being in a very relaxed situation where your needs and requirements are already met? And in doing so, it allows you to explore. And in your exploration, you were able to answer questions that you didn't necessarily even know the answer to. Or, you brought about new questions to possibly pursue an answer for, right? And we have to balance, I guess, all of this stuff out, because what is the best way, to promote innovation within ourselves and within society? Is it through competition? A lot of people are, major proponents for competition being one of the best innovator, methods out there. The competition forces people to be creative, because to make it, you have to, be able to outcompete everybody else. And so it spurs innovation. That's like war. And, history justifies a lot of atrocities. And war is kind of one of those things that it justifies, because there's a lot of good technologies and a lot of other things that come about due to the wars that have happened and wars that go on, But then there's also this exploration of being compelled by passion and, desire to pursue what it is that you yourself are attracted to, not necessarily being forced. And I think that in a lot of ways, people are able to kind of see things in a different light when they pursue it in that manner, when they pursue their passion, when they go about it, because they love it, rather than it being something that they are forced to do. Sure, there's a very, solid argument for either side here. And so when we try to define what it is that is the mother of innovation, I think that we really have to accept that there's a lot of different pathways to go, about in regards to being the most innovative person that you can be. Sometimes we come across a new technique to do things because it's, the best way to do it in regards to meeting our requirements. And other ways we come across new ways to do things or look at things which enhance our experience just because it was free for us to pursue these endeavors. So I'm going to go and pursue the endeavor of trying to enhance my lifestyle by becoming that which I want to become, my best physical and mental self. Yet again, here we are, post-workout preaching session. While I was exercising, I was kind of thinking about what I said earlier, and I just kind of wanted to add on to it a little bit, if I could, where I was thinking, to a certain degree, to innovate, you need space. You need space to innovate, right? It's like if you're continually working and, your time is occupied in regards to necessity, then you can't actually take the time to think about what it is that you're doing and the possibilities that there's a better way to go about doing it. In a lot of ways, I think that a lot of institutions and organizations utilize this as a point of control. If you keep people busy, they can't question their busyness, And kind of made me think while I was in the gym as well. It's like everyone's walking around, everybody is kind of judging each other, like internally. You may not consciously express this, but it's like your innate biological motive, and everybody has these desires and almost like this intuition, this instinct. And it's like, why is this seen as like a pleasant thing? Just because it's hard? Or is it because, muscles reflect the ability of one to accomplish something, in the physical world? And in so doing, you're more likely to acquire somebody that is able to kind of symbiotically coexist with you, improve your experience, their experience, and kind of fulfill your destiny as a biological being through procreation. Like, is that the desire? Is that the motive? Is that what actually prompts the competition? And in so doing, prompts innovation. Because as soon as somebody is able to take advantage of everybody else by being more creative and also practical, then in so doing, they're going to be able to fulfill all of those things on a much more grand scale, right? Also, this is way off topic, so prepare to kind of, catch the fly ball, so to speak, that somebody yells out, hey, catch, here it comes. I was thinking about kind of man-made structures and natural structures. I mean, man is a natural structure, so any man-made structure by descent is also naturally made as well, right?